Hello everyone, and welcome to video 2 of the remediation workflow. In the previous video, we discussed tips and strategies for accessible flyer design and export using Canva and Adobe Express. In this video, we will discuss why OCR for your PDF flyers and documents is a crucial step for remediation, and we will also dive into processing your PDFs with ABBYY FineReader's OCR Editor. Optical Character Recognition, or OCR, is a critical step because it ensures your PDF contains real, editable, and standalone text that can be read and recognized by assistive technologies. Think of OCR as creating a hidden text layer behind your flyer. The visual appearance of your document stays exactly the same, but now assistive technology can actually understand what's on that page. What is ABBYY FineReader's OCR Editor, and why is it necessary? ABBYY FineReader's OCR Editor is a tool that converts PDFs and image-based documents into searchable, selectable, and editable text. In this part of the workflow, you will see how it creates the hidden underlying text that makes the PDF readable by screen readers and ready for final accessibility remediation in Adobe Acrobat. It is important to note that even if you design your flyer following accessibility best practices, exporting it as a PDF does not always guarantee that every piece of text remains accessible. During the export process, some text may become flattened into an image or may not be properly recognized by assistive technology. That's why OCR is an essential step, because it helps restore the underlying text in the PDF. If you skip this step and your PDF contains image-only text, a screen reader will not be able to reliably read it. Search for and open ABBYY FineReader's OCR Editor on your desktop. Click New Task in the top left-hand corner, and then select OCR Editor on the right. You will then be prompted to locate and open the PDF document you would like to begin editing. Here, I will be using an exported flyer from Canva. Once your PDF is open in ABBYY FineReader, you will notice a split screen with two different views of your flyer. On the left, you'll see your flyer exactly as it appears visually. On the right, you'll see the underlying text that ABBYY has recognized by OCR. This is the text that screen readers will access. Visual users won't see it, but it is essential for accessibility. Review the OCR results. Always review the OCR text that ABBYY has recognized for you. Although ABBYY FineReader is very accurate, OCR is never perfect. Pay close attention to acronyms, misspelled words, incorrect punctuation, missing characters, words that have been split incorrectly, decorative fonts that may have been misinterpreted, or words that have been cut off with red arrows. These small errors can significantly affect how a screen reader pronounces or interprets your content. An example of an acronym that will continuously need to be fixed is the acronym COS. You may think it is pronounced COS by a screen reader, but it is actually pronounced COS. So put a space between each character. You will need to do this for almost all acronyms. Some acronyms may be read correctly, but you will not know if they do until you test your flyer with a screen reader. If it is not read correctly, you will have to go through the entire OCR process again. This is why it is recommended to steer clear of acronyms if possible. In times when ABBYY does not recognize text and does not make it visible in the right side panel, you will have to do it manually. To do this, left-click and hold your mouse, then draw a box around the text and mark it as T for text. You may follow these instructions for all meaningful images as well, but instead of marking them as text, you will mark them as pictures. If an image is not important, then don't recognize it using these steps. If it has already been recognized, then right-click and delete. After following this step, any text or images initially missing from the left side panel should appear on the right. Exporting your OCR corrected PDF. Once you've reviewed and corrected the underlying text, you're ready to export. Choose Searchable PDF as your export format. A searchable PDF preserves the original visual appearance of your flyer, the hidden searchable text layer created during OCR, and the document structure needed for the final remediation process. In the next video, we will use Adobe Acrobat to complete the accessibility remediation process by reviewing the document's reading order, tags, verifying headings, checking alternative text, and completing the final accessibility check before sharing the document. At this point, your document has gone from being visually accessible to becoming partially accessible for screen reader users. Thank you for your time, and I hope you will join me for the final step in our flyer remediation workflow in video 3.